Hey everybody, it's been a while since we've done one of these. I'm going to do a quick little live stream for you to show you the Champions of Midgard 10th Anniversary Solo Edition. So this is a solo mode that was created by David Turksey. You might be familiar with him. He is a pretty avid solo mode maker, and he also a pretty good designer in his own right. We commissioned him to make this solo mode as a special uh, kind of an expansion that we allowed people to pledge for during the Champions of Midgard 10th anniversary uh, Kickstarter campaign that has completed, but late pledges are still available at Kickstarter.com. If you go follow the link that's on this video, you can go ahead and check that out. But also, we will be launching the late pledge on Gamefound relatively soon. I am the one that works on that project, and I am muddling my way through getting everything set up exactly where it needs to be and trying to make sure that I haven't made any mistakes or anything. So, but right now, like I said, you can go to Kickstarter.com, you can hit the Pledge Now button, and you can still get Kickstarter rewards, including even if, and the solo mode that I'm going to show you here, or briefly show you here, I'm not going to play an entire game, but the solo mode that I'm going to show you here is a reward that you can just back for that. So if you own Champions of Midgard, you can definitely play this with the version that you have. If you want the deluxe, or there's a deluxe Champions of Midgard that is available through the Kickstarter, and there is a 10th anniversary edition that is basically a super chromed out, awesome version of Champions of Midgard. You can back for those as well. Anyway, so let's talk a little bit about this. Is played on Tabletop Simulator, and this is the solo mode. The way the solo mode is made, and I should also mention the solo mode does have a option to play as a cooperative game with you and another player fighting against the bots that I'm going to be showing you here. So you might want to, if you have that, you can keep that in mind too. All right, so if you're watching this live, by all means, I do monitor and then this will be on our YouTube channel as well. I do monitor the chat, so if you have any questions about anything, I will try to answer those as best as I can. But let's just dive into exactly explaining how this works, and so you have an understanding. So there is going to be a little bit of me believing that you've played Champions of Midgard before. Champions of Midgard is a classic, legendary worker placement game that has been around for, well, 10 years. That's why we're making a 10th anniversary edition. It is a game of collecting brave Viking warriors, which are represented by these dice, that are then sent off on adventures to defeat monsters, slay trolls and undead, and gather glory for your clan. There are a lot of things that you'll do along the way. There are destiny cards like this card right here. If I have the most Draugr cards at the end of the game, I can earn extra victory points, if you will. Up here in the dark mountains, I can go and fight some giants, which will get me some victory points. Like this, well, this is an undead, but you can see there, like he has a 2 attack, a 3 defense. And then the reward would be 4 gold coins, along with 6 victory points, as you can see on the bottom left there. Pretty cool art too, would you say? Evil little undead guy. But anyway, so if you and then there's other things like you can fight as like these giants, like I said up here, like in this giant, or Burgrazar, if you will. It gives you 7 victory points and rewards you with a green Viking, a green hunter Viking die if you defeat them. Over here, this is the Valkyrie expansion. When you send your warriors to fight and they die, you will get tokens if they are slain. And those tokens, if you go and activate the Valkyrie location, you can trade. You can go up here and you can activate and trade in your tokens to collect these different rewards that have different abilities. Now, the interesting thing that I mean, a lot of solo modes, and I'm not here to poo-poo on anybody else's solo mode, but there's a lot of solo modes that I've played in the past where there's just like having to do a lot of the your opponent's turns, if you will. And while you do have to do both the Destiny bot and the worker bot's turn, it is much more simplistic. When I take my turn and I go out here, and if I collect food or if I collect different dice or whatever to add to my collection, When I take those actions, I do the full action. You know, and I'll go through a round here just very shortly. But when I do either the worker bot or the destiny bot turn, what happens there is that their turns are much more simplistic. They don't have to collect Vikings to go and defeat something. If they go to the spot that has the troll, they'll just defeat the troll and get the rewards. If they go to a certain spot, like if they go to, like, say, the merchant ship here, and to collect the goods that are there, then they just get those. I don't put those on their board. I just basically the spot just gets blocked and they don't used. If they go and collect dice, they don't give them the dice. I just remove the dice from the board. So and the big thing is that their workers will go to the spot that you desperately need in some situations, depending upon what happens. But I've kind of done enough preamble, if you will. So let's just kind of go ahead and I'll focus. Like on my first turn, I picked Uller. He maybe he's my favorite, even if he maybe not is like the best or whatever. It depends on who you're talking about. But I'll go ahead and I'll take a worker here, and I want some more dice, so I'm going to go to the blacksmith, and I will collect that die, add it to my board. And so let's go ahead and work out exactly how, like, the worker bot works. So each, depending upon how difficult you want it to be, like in this case, the black die will be normal difficulty, the pink die would be hard difficulty. What you have is you're going to have one of these cards. You have a deck, and then there's 14 cards, both for the worker bot and also for the destiny bot. I've already drawn the first card, and so this is the card that they're going to use to activate. And you can kind of go through each one, and you can look at these when you're playing, where you can say, okay, I know that they're going to end up going to the long ship card, if you will. So you can kind of see whether, because the smokehouse does not have 2 or more food on it, so they're not going to take that spot. So I can kind of, determine what they do. But here's the big deal. Depending if I roll 0 hits, 1 hit, or 2 hits, it's different. And the different, there's a resolution that is completely different, depending upon what this die rolls. So let's just so there, just hit R a bunch, and so of course they get 2 hits, which is that's like the best possible thing. If they can get 2 hits, then they get. So the exact rules: if you roll 2 hits, resolve the card that's in the active slot, then discard it. I'm going to activate this card, and then I'm going to discard it, and then I'm going to reveal and discard the next card in the deck and resolve that one to using one of these additional workers. And then I will go ahead. So the first thing that's going to happen is that we're going to take a worker, and we're going to just go and we're going to put it on the long ship spot. And that's in a lot of these cases, when you go to these spots, like, they won't really do much other than the fact that they're just going to be kind of blocking those things to prevent me from using it. So we'll go ahead and place this on. See, like, they aren't going to go out to sea or whatever, if you will, when they go to that long ship location. And obviously, if the other workers, or if we block that, then they can't use it, and then we go on to the next possible option. In the case of long ships, we discard the corresponding enemy with the lowest defense value. So that basically means that I can't get it. And then if anything's tied in the defense values, we will then pick the one that's to the leftmost. So this is a defense level 4, 3, and 2. So we're just going to discard this guy. We're going to go ahead and put him over here because he's been discarded. And if I had plans on killing the Ilvate, basically a goblin, I can't no longer get that. And also, I should have checked public long shot, capacity 10. Yeah, so he takes the one that has the largest capacity, and then he gets those points. So in this case, he's going to get 7 points because he's a jerk. And so we'll go ahead give, I gotta remember what color worker bot is. Red, so we're going to give worker bot 7 points. And put that back there. All right. And then, because he gets to do 2 of those things. Oh, and so he is going to activate the Valkyrie spot as well, because that's what that little symbol to the right of Longship means. And when they activate the Valkyrie symbol, what happens is they're going to remove the bottom right, and then we're going to move everything like so. So they're going to slowly take things, and they also get a reward, and I got to check to make sure how much the reward is again. And they get 2 glory for doing that. So we're going to go ahead and give another 2 points. So again, like I said, having them draw 2 cards kind of stinks. Because they're not done. So we're going to see what this card is. And this one is a long ship. They're going to take the other long ship. So they're just going to take both of them. Isn't that great? So they're going to go ahead and take that one. And then the lowest defense is this Lindworm. And they're going to get 14 points for that. That's fantastic. All right. So did I mention that I have yet to beat... like I've beaten Destiny Bot before, but Worker Bot, they are I have not beaten Worker Bot once. So then we discard that one, and then we get this next one, so I can kind of see what their next action is. All right, and then now we go to the Destiny Bot, and so Destiny Bot, I'm not going to we haven't changed the card yet in this, so this is not exactly accurate. But normally what Destiny Bot does is the same kind of thing. I'm going to take this die. I'm going to roll that die, if you will. And I'm going to get a spear. And that's only 1 hit. And so when you're playing with Destiny Bot and only just the 1 spear, I resolve the card in the action slot, then I discard it, and I just reveal the next one. So in this case, Destiny Bot is just going to take the place that has the most dice. So it's most dice of the Blacksmith, but the Blacksmith doesn't have anything on it anymore, and the Hafter or the Swordsmith. So we're just going to take the Hafter. So they're going to take one of their workers, and they're going to go ahead and place it on the Hafter, and then we're just going to take that die, and we're going to discard it. It's gone, and they've blocked the spot, and nobody takes that. Again, they don't collect the dice because they don't have to worry about sending out any of those things. And then we're going to discard that card, and then we're going to flip it over. And now it is my turn again, and I'm going to scramble. I was going to go over here, and you know what? Actually, before somebody takes the merchant ship, I'm going to go there because I want the 2 food and the log, because I'm going to want to go to the shipwright here to make my own ship relatively soon. But let's go ahead, and I'm going to spend my 1 coin that I have, and I'm going to take 2 food, 1 wood. We're going to place that on my sheet here like so. And then we're going to go back to the Worker Bot. And watch, I'm probably going to roll a double again because I just have horrible luck. Oh, only 1 hit. Well, I mean, I guess that's good. So we're just going to resolve the card. We're going to draw and reveal the next one. So in this case... he's going to go to the troll. So we're going to take one of these workers, and he's going to go fight the troll. Remember, he automatically wins, and so the troll is dead. They get the 4 victory points for completing that. So did I mention that like the worker bot does what? Did I come 4? No, I don't think I did. There you go. And then that is gone. And also, because they slayed the troll, they would have the option of getting rid of a blame, but I can't do but they will give me a blame for the fact that they are the ones that killed the troll. So we'll discard that card. We'll take the next one and flip it over because that is what we do. And now we go to the Destiny Bot again. So let's roll the dice. And I do want to. If on the 3rd turn. If I don't roll a double hit, I'm going to probably just roll the double hit for fakesies, just so you can see it. But, okay, so that's a shield. Shield is considered a hit in this case. So, you will... oh, I'm sorry. I misspoke. Shields do not count as hits. That is a 0 hit. And so with a 0 hit, draw and discard the top card from and then resolve that card. and then this card will stay right there. So that's kind of like one of the things I can plan for this card because I can see it. That's kind of like why I went to the merchant ship, because I thought this person would probably do it. But then instead we're just going to draw and discard. In this case, they're going to go to a long ship, but the long ship is gone. So those are not available anymore. So they're going to go to the sage. So if they go to the sage's house, so with the destiny cards, what happens for they're just going to go here. And so normally that's where you draw your destiny cards, and that's how you can get extra points or whatever. And then in this case, we just draw the card, flip it over, and then in this case, they get the lesser of the 2 victory points. They are just considered to be active. They achieve it, so we'll go ahead and give them 2 victory points right there. And we're going to take the despised card, and what happens is we take that and we put that at the bottom of the deck. So they can't just take all the destiny cards and chew them all up, and then you can't get any. And then we discarded that card. We did, and so for my final action, I should probably do something to try to get me some points, right? So let me see how tough these Draugrs are right now. 3 defense and 2 hits. +1 blame at the start of each combat. It is worth 9 victory points if I can get 3 hits. Do I think I can get 3 hits? I probably can't. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. You know, I do have a favor token though. So, oh, I forgot to discard the troll. Sorry. We'll go ahead and put him off to the side. How tough are these Burgerzars? You know what? I'm gonna go. I think I can defeat this Burgerzar. This one's only 2 hits. Oh man. Now you're learning what it is to play a game with me. As I hem and haw over my action as I try to figure out. 2 hits, only 1 damage, and I get a green die out of the deal. I feel really good that I can get 2 hits. So I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna go ahead and fight the Burgerzar. We're gonna flip that over. All quiet, sweet. Man, I never get all quiet. And then we're going to go ahead and fight the Burgerzar. I'm going to send both of my peeps to go fight him. I just need 2 hits. I got an Axeman, and so the best of both worlds would be a shield and the double hit on the axe. Let's see what I get here. Well, 3 hits, so I kill the Burgerzar. That's awesome. So I'm going to take that card, and I'm going to put it over here. As my reward, I'm going to get 1 green die, which is pretty sweet. I like having the bowman. I like taking him to the hunting grounds. And then I'm going to take 1 hit, and I'm going to choose to lose my swordsman. And we're going to put that there, and then I am going to get a swordsman Valkyrie token, which is up here. Axeman soul. No. There you go. Swordsman soul. So we'll go ahead and take that, and we'll keep that for later. Hopefully I'll be able to trade that in for some goodies over there. And I think, and I get to take him back because he survived the battle. And, oh, how many points did I get? All right, so and I got 7 points for defeating the Burgerzar. So let's go ahead and take those 7 points. Now, it is important to note when you play the solo mode, you are going to feel like you're behind most of the game. Their end of game scoring is going to pull you back up into contention. So just keep that in mind as you're playing. All right, so let's go here. Let's see what the jerk worker bot does. Let's roll the dice here. See what we get. Of course, it's a double hit. Why wouldn't it be a double hit? I should mention that if you somehow are really have bad luck, and you roll 3 double hits, they do not get to do the second one. Let's resolve this. Most dice. So I was hoping that swordsman dice would last until next round, so maybe I can get those 2 dice, but that is not going to happen. So they're going to do that, and then we're going to take a card, and we're going to flip it over, and they get to resolve the second one. Nope. So they're not going to go to the merchant ship. There's no long ships, so they are going to go to... The last worker is going to go to the Jarl. So just to understand, I'll read it. If you go to the Jarl, the bot takes the start player token. If they don't, and then I roll a sword die. if I and they get 1 point for every hit that they get. Swords again don't count as hits. So there, bye bye. Not my 100 point. Bye bye. Start player. Worker bot is now the start player because they're a jerk, and now I go last. Did I mention that this game just hammers on you as in a solo mode? Because it does. It just hammers on you. All right, so and then roll a sword die, and let's see how many points they get. Oh, I didn't mean to grab that. No points. No points. Everything's coming up me. 0 points, worker bot. Take that. All right, and I'm going to cheat, and I'm just going to do like a double hit in this, because this is going to be the last round I'm going to show you. I am going to play longer actions like this and show off, but let me go ahead. Okay, so double hit Spearman there. So when you do that, what you're going to do is you're going to take a food, and you're going to put a food on the board. Now, if I'm playing at easy or normal difficulty, they're going to get 3 points immediately when that happens. So 1, 2, 3, like that. And basically what that does is at the end of the game, whenever I have Destiny cards, so let's say this is my Destiny card, and it says have the most Draugr cards at the end of the game, the Destiny bot is considered to have the same number, have 1 Draugr card plus 1 for every food they have. So right now, if the game was over, I would have the most Draugr cards. Or no, we would be tied, right? No, actually they'd win. Sorry, because they would consider to have 2. Meaning that I would not be scoring those 7 points. So that's how the Destiny cards, the Destiny bot works. And then they'll gain more and more food as the game goes on. And so you kind of are racing against them. And that's for everything, right? So like if I had this Destiny card, which says have the most Valkyrie blessings at the end of the game, they aren't collecting those. And if I had, like, say, 3 Valkyrie blessings, then that would be more than they have right now, because they have technically 2. But they're probably going to gain more as the game goes. So, all right. So, with rolling a 2, I added the food. You give them those 3 points, and then we resolve the active card. So in this case, it is the merchant ship, which has been used. The military stall, which did I use that? I don't think I used the military stall. Oh, I apologize. What military stall stands for is they'll go to one of these locations, and none of those are available because so we move on to the next. I wasn't thinking of a spot, and then Hafter, which is gone. Smokehouse, if it had 2 plus food. Economic stall. So what they'll do then is they'll take, it'll be kind of meaningless here, but I mean, like and I think we'll just kind of choose one of those spots, if you will. All right. So, and that would end the turn. Now, like I said, I'm not going to go through the entire game. I might play a longer one of this to play a full version. I mean, you can play it in about an hour if you're familiar with Champions of Midgard. It is relatively quick. But this is the solo mode, and I invite you to, like, if you want to check this out, and you can reach out to me, join our Discord. There should be a link below if you're watching this on YouTube. You can join our Discord, and I'd be happy to show this to you and let you play it, and I can help you walk through it. And as I said, you'll be able to play this. You can just get the solo mode through a late pledge right now, available through Kickstarter, and very soon it'll be available in Gamefound as well. So, thanks for watching. I saw I had a few people that were live. I didn't see any questions, but I appreciate you checking in to watch and check out what was going on. But until next time, this is me, Lance Meister, Undead Viking. Appreciate you taking the time. And we'll see you next time when I do this again. And maybe, like I said, I'll play a full game, and you can just, and I probably won't do a running narrative because that kind of ends up making the game last pretty long. But we will, and you can kind of see it played in action for a full thing.